Can you hear us?
Yes, we can.
Yep. So thank you for the invite. Very happy to be here. Really impressed with what you guys are building. So really happy to partner with you and also to do this AMA session. Maybe just to give you a bit of background on how we got started and what was the journey so far building NFT Nerds. So we've known each other for over 10 years now. Met in high school and then studied together. After the university, we kind of went in different directions. Serenity used to work in HFT. I used to be an actuary. And then around half a year ago, we started thinking about projects that we could do together. And after a few weeks of researching different ideas, we stumbled upon NFTs, and great potential in the space. So we started looking into it ourselves. Started looking a bit into buying NFTs, doing a bit of trading, and we quite quickly noticed that there aren't that many tools in the space because we weren't able to do like fairly basic things that we wanted to do with the NFTs that we managed to buy. So we wanted to. I think that was one of the first use cases. We bought something and we were wondering how much we could list it for, like what would be a good price for the NFT that we have, and we just didn't manage to find anything that would help us making that decision. So I think that was the first idea that we thought we could turn into an application, and it would probably be useful to more people in the space. And and I think that was like the MVP of NFT Nerds. It was basically a simple chart that was visualizing the rarity and the historical prices of NFTs.
Yeah, and I think also you were like the first one, right, to do that.
Maybe one of the first. Yeah, we didn't manage to find something similar at the time, so it was kind of the driving force behind this part. And then we managed to get some traction from that idea, and from then on, it was basically relying on people's feedback and building what the community suggested, basically.
All right, nice. And so so yours it is like you have coder and developer background, right? To manage to do this. And are you just the two of you on the team working on the tool?
So until like 2 weeks ago, it was basically the two of us, and we recently started onboarding another friend of ours. He's also got a development background. I just got a message from Serenity. He has some technical problems with his mic, so I think he'll join again soon. So since the beginning of February, it's 3 of us now with the third person.
Okay, small team,
code
but
base.
dedicated people and a great tool. That's nice.
Thank you.
Can you maybe demo the tool a little bit and like share your vision on how people can best use it?
Yeah, sure. We're planning to do that. I'm not sure if Serenity's mic is working now.
At Boy, do we need to press something specific to launch the AMA?
No. AMA is it starts automatically.
Because Ed had a specific pop-up saying press here to start AMA, but...
Oh no, I have nothing.
Okay, no, then just checking that we are good.
Okay, I pressed the button. All that happened is it gave the room a name. That's all.
All right.
Because I think we still have some technical issues with the mic. Yeah, we were prepared to demo the tool. Serenity was setting up the screen sharing
All right.
setup.
Maybe close your Discord completely and then join again. Like restart it. Maybe that works.
Like a good AMA without technical issues, not a good AMA. Always happens.
Maybe while he's rebooting,
Yeah.
you can share a bit about the future roadmap. I'm sure you guys are thinking about a ton of development.
Yeah, so right now our big focus is making sure that we have reliable data and that we communicate well to our users how to best make decisions using that data. So once we saw quick growth in our user base, we also saw the need to improve a lot of the communication around it and to improve the consistency of the data. And that was our focus recently. And I guess it's going to be the focus in the coming weeks as well, because OpenSea is making some significant changes to their contract and to their API structure. But I think this is actually a very positive change, and it seems like the reliability of the system will improve a lot. So we're hoping in a few weeks to really have a more resistant data processing pipeline. And after finishing that, we have a fairly long backlog of feature requests that we got from many NFT trading communities that we partner with. And we, since many of these ideas rely on the data being very consistent and of high quality in general, we wanted to first be done with all these improvements, and then after that we have a few ideas on momentum trading, for example, or some features that allow you to make decisions based on trades of NFTs and on the historical trading prices per trade, for example. So these were, broadly speaking, some of the topics that we plan to look into more after finishing with the data quality.
A trade-based floor would be pretty sick. That's one of my hidden dreams
Oh, nice.
for a long time.
And we were talking so about users. How many people are using the tool at the moment? And in general, what like subscription do they take? Is like the 1 month or 6 month subscription? And if it's like the 1 month, like do they just try and then they say no, or do you see like on your site that they're going
Hey, guys.
for another? Hi,
Oh.
Serenity.
Sorry.
Hey.
Yeah, anyways, I'm sorry. Just please finish your question.
It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I was asking a user site, like what is the most common like subscription people are taking on your site, and also how many users are using like Nftnerds tool at the moment?
Sure. Yeah. So again, sorry for the issue. I think I like trying to prepare. I checked some setting that I shouldn't have. Anyways, thanks for having us. So yeah, to answer the question, so we started doing 1 month sub like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I would say now, like we have lots of people trying out the tool and they opt in for 1 month. We've had somewhat good run with partnerships like we're doing with you guys. So I would say probably like half of the users in the last 3 weeks subbed for 1 month, and the other half went for other options. For the longer options, probably mostly through partnerships.
All right.
And in total, it's over, I think thousands, basically, like people using the tool, users that are really active daily.
1,000 smart people then.
Yeah, our users are very, very smart. Okay, so yeah, maybe I can
Yeah,
do a quick demo. I
let's
don't want
go.
to just hopefully not too boring, but maybe you can let me try. All right, you should be seeing Karafuru collection view.
Yes.
Can someone? All right, cool. Yeah, so I would say the main view we have, and I imagine people spend the most time on, is the live view for a collection. And the idea behind this view is to pull all the data, like most of the data and most of the actions you can take, bring them into one cohesive view. Like we didn't succeed, so there's lots things missing, but I think it's still usable. So just for people who haven't used the tool yet, you have 2 feeds here. One is listings, and we have all available listings here, taken from OpenSea. And also there's feed of trades. We will show up to 2,500 trades in this view for performance reasons. And like you can sort by listing date, by price. Getting data right for this view was really hard because you need to maintain what's active and what's not. And I imagine that's the reason, when we are building NFT Nerds, few apps had it, and we've put a lot of effort to trying to make the listings real time and accurate. So if something's gone, we don't show it. We didn't have. I think we were getting there. We had very, very few reports of things being stale recently. But yeah, so these are the left side of the screen, and then we have some charts. So this is like the usual scatter plot of trades that you're probably all familiar with. What we went for was to use the colors of the dots for rarity. As Rigby was saying, this was one of the things that we felt is missing. That to see how rarity affects the price. And then the 2 charts below. I think this was especially this one was somewhat big, and people seem to like it a lot. Is the listing distributions. So on each price level, you can see how many things are listed. And then when you turn on this cumulative view, you can see how many things would need to trade to reach a certain price. Right, so let's say, I want to flip Karafuru, and I want to, so I see I can enter below 3 ETH, and I want to flip a sell at 4. So I can quickly see that, there's almost 300 listings that would need to trade or, be canceled, but basically would need to trade before that price can be reached. And there are some other things that you can get from this chart when there's a wall. Well, this is not very high, so it may be a good collection to enter. But then you can use that for momentum trading when you see that wall is going down and is decreasing. That might be a good bullish signal.
Serenity, can you do something?
I can do some things.
No. Can you put the group size to 0? Turn on the left.
This one.
And then I want to share my zoom
Yeah.
in on the 0.
Your
You're
mic is
breaking a
kind of
lot, King.
Your
You're
mic is
breaking really, really hard.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. I could you try to say it again? I didn't.
No.
Catch it.
I think this zooming feature is amazing. I use that all the time just to. Also, when
You're
the
cutting.
collection.
You're cutting.
so I can change. Shut up.
No, yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's okay.
yeah, if like, no, I mean, feedback is great. Like, we suck at trading. We thought, initially that we know something, but like most, like probably all the nice features or that people, features that people call nice came from users, not from us.
But
So
that's great that
yeah,
you're listening to your community and that you
yeah,
write
it's
it.
easier.
Yeah.
It's easier that way. Yeah, so this was, and again, the problem to like with implementing this chart is to have the data, like actually know what's listed and what isn't, and that's why it like seems a simple idea, but with OpenSea it's not that easy to get it right or like close to right.
Yeah, broken
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's been a fair challenge, to say the least. And then maybe just quickly the last one. So this was the first chart that we did, actually. And we thought that, so this one has a rarity rank on x-axis and then price on y-axis. And we just show like the best deals. So if something is on this chart, it means that if you want to buy something with better rarity, you need to pay more. And like you see, this one is a nice curve, so there aren't obvious outliers here. Like maybe this one a tiny bit, so there's a big drop in here. But in the early days, like you could just open the random collections and you would almost always see like things that seemed mispriced a lot. Like no one was looking at rarity at this from that point of view. So there were some like early flips I made. I think it was like on Morris, crypto Morris. I was super easy. It was obvious from this chart that if buying anything from this collection, like these two things that were showing up here were mispriced. But now it's harder because people are more. I think just it's easier to know how to list your items well.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe last bit. So I was talking about the limitation of like how many trades you can show on that view. But here we show up to I think 20K. So you can see, yeah, just further in the history, and it's still quite responsive. Zoom works well, so you can look at reveal.
Oh, just started. Across the street from the treehouse. Okay.
Yeah, and like if you want, you can like see what happened after the reveal and if there were any good snipes, etc. I guess there was one, and that's a video, so we don't have an image for that.
Okay. I have a question from Andy saying, what is your personal favorite feature of the tool? Like, what's your favorite one?
That's a tough one. It's like picking your favorite child. So I think that it's actually something that Rigby implemented. So if you try to buy something, we'll actually show like pending transactions going for that token. So you can see. Well, I mean, first of all, you can see that if there's someone with higher gas settings, like there's no, like you shouldn't confirm in MetaMask because
Okay.
you're just gonna lose
Yeah,
$100.
yeah.
So that's like super easy money saver. You just like give up earlier than you would have. And then I know some people like use it to front run if they manage to
To beat the gas.
set the guys higher. Yeah, so I think this just was something that I was against. Actually, I was saying like, this is a big stretch. I'm not sure if it's gonna be, it's gonna take a lot of time to implement, but like Rigby just didn't care about my opinion, and rightly so. I think this is one of the nicest
Alright.
features, and it wasn't like trivial how to find these pending transactions and how to get them. So yeah, if I have to pick one, I'd probably go with that one.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
We have also Ali Garam asking if you have any support for ERC 1155.
Yeah, so we've been promising that we'll do it in February, but as you may know, OpenSea is changing their contract,
Yeah.
which is a huge thing. So we're kind of everything was put on hold. And I still hope we're gonna at least have some basic support for ERC 1155. Probably not all of these features, but maybe at least some of them. I imagine we'll see how it goes. But it's a tough one. It's very important, and yeah, we hope to get it soon.
We have another one more technical question. What is the backend written in? What language you use for the backend?
We use TypeScript. We were kind of forced to use TypeScript. It's okay. You can live with it. Okay, so like there is one. Maybe I can like highlight one view that some people like, and maybe it's not that popular. So this is the asset view, where you can basically paste an OpenSea link and it will show you some information about the asset. What's unique to this view is that it will show like recent trades of tokens with similar rarity. And I know some people like this view. Like to my surprise, I must say that it's just very easy to spot, like to know the listing price that you should put. Yeah, so this is just like better and worse rarity, and you see it's a decent collection. Like they are priced very similarly.
Yeah, well,
it's just not always the case. Yeah. All right. So maybe the last thing that or like maybe two more things that I wanted to quickly showcase. So we have this fire hose view where we just like stream of trades and listings. You can do basic filtering here, like what you'd probably less than you'd expect, but you still can just opt in for like just listings, just trade, and then just opt in for some collections. And this is where we implemented our triggers. So when you just set up your conditions, and then when something matching this, when there's a listing that matches these conditions show up, we'll try to go for it immediately and pop up MetaMask for you to confirm. And what we managed to add recently is trade-based filters. So you can then you can set your max price, max rank if you wish, but you can also just do opt in for a certain trade or a like group of trades. It's been like very, very heavily requested. We spent long time implementing it and getting it right, as it like requires having all the metadata for the collections you're setting your alerts on. But I think it's a very, very powerful feature. If that's something that's the way you wanna trade. And I know some people love it and have like more than 100 alerts set up. Maybe lastly, we've recently added reveal calendar. We have some folks maintain it and try to make it as good as possible. And I think now it looks really nice. Like as you probably know, these dates, like collections almost always delay, but this gives you a rough estimate of what to expect on a given day. It will go like up to a week in advance and 24 hours in the past, so you can also see what reviewed recently. I think that's it. Like I don't wanna bore you guys. I think these were like one of the nicer features of the tool. There's more, but let's open up for the floor for questions if there are any.
Yeah, we have one from Bat asking like, what is the best way to use Nftnerds to read the right flipping price in the first hour or so after a mint? Like,
Sorry, could you repeat? I'm not sure I got that.
Look, so what is the best way to use an Nftnerd to read the right flipping price in the first hour or after a mint? Like how do you read those data and everything?
I see the question. I would say I don't know. I haven't I think I've never flipped after minting. So I would need to ask some of our community members maybe for advice, but I wouldn't be the person to give you any advice on this topic. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, man.
It's okay. And also
If I can ask a question, I don't know if the sound is okay, but are you considering things like a velocity indicator on sales?
What's that metric?
Basically, how fast sales are going, and if you see the sales slowing down, like the velocity is weakening, that would be maybe interesting.
Yeah, this was the next set of charts or like analytics, I guess, that we want to add. And this is exactly like changes in sales, in listings over the last last 10 minutes, last 30 minutes. So you can see, in a certain price range, what's happening. Like, is there more listings? Is there less listings? And as you said, is the volume going up or down, or the number of sales going up or down? And we've been, when we're trying to be more concrete about how it should look like, we just noticed that it's not obvious what to show. Because if you just show all listings, you get like listings 2x floor, which don't really matter if at that point in time. There are also people dropping price slightly, which should you count this as a new listing or not? It depends how much the price dropped. So it's I guess trades. The thing you mentioned is probably easier to implement and do it right, but the whole momentum thing that we want to do is slightly more challenging to really know what to show, or if you don't know what to show, what are the gauges that user should be able to twist and turn. Thanks.
Nice. And we also have the question, when setting up alert, can you limit the price you're paying to avoid last second change of price scams?
So there's no limit that you can set in the alert, but we have I guess I can call it anti-scam protection. So when we see a listing and it's for a certain price that in this case matches your alert, so we know this is the price that we intend to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we see that the price changed, when it would go to your MetaMask, we will block the transaction. So you'll just see that red warning that the price was changed and we block the transaction. And we have almost 1K of these every day.
Yeah, that's a very nice feature.
People blocked, when literally people were trying to buy, it was a scam and we blocked it. We were afraid that in some cases people would still want to buy, and we might block a transaction that people would actually want to go, but this never happened. No one, since from the moment we added this feature, no one ever said that, guys, I wanted to buy this, but this feature blocks me from actually completing the transaction.
Yeah, so basically avoiding
luckily,
people to get scammed. That's nice.
We first added an alert, and people still got scammed, and then we just blocked it, and so far it was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the question. Cool.
Any other question in the chat? You can even ask it in a vocal if you want. No need to type. I don't see anyone typing. So I guess we can call it a day for this AMA. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us. Good luck in growing Syndicate, guys. Thank you.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Joining.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye-bye.
So one last question, maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
When should we start the trial? Can we start it Monday, maybe?
Yeah, I think we could set it up. That you have the whitelist, but I think we can also that anyone who holds your token.
Okay.
And then the same for if someone wants to claim the discount, it can also be either whitelist or having a token. So yeah,
Is
so
the
it'll be easier
token-
for you guys. Just be a link you can enter and then connect with the right wallet.
Okay. But then I'll reach out after the call to get how we set that up, and then I'll make
Yep.
the announcement that maybe we start Monday. That's just a nice day to start.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great one. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.